20 billion images have been taken off of the far corners of the internet and fed into the Clearview algorithm. With Clearview saying they're on track to 100 billion images, the company says their database will have almost every single person's face in the world. This small, secretive startup could end privacy around the world as we know it. And the thing is, all of the images they're using are publicly available that anyone could search for online. But why could this end privacy and usher in a new dystopian society? Well, first we have to look at information. Throughout history, humans have always created bits of information such as writing or painting, but in the past century many things have changed. There are now photographs and videos of people. Law enforcement and governments have been rapidly gaining new technology to combat crime. But the biggest change came in the 2000s. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and countless other sites started allowing normal people to share their lives and their faces to anyone else in the world. Today, it's estimated that there are 750 billion images floating around the internet. The ability for anyone to post anything online has led to an explosion in bits of information. Now, all that information is harmless, but the real problem comes when something brings all those little bits of data together and gets a full picture. And this is exactly what Clearview is doing. They're creating a searchable database to find all of these images. They're taking pictures that normal everyday people post and they put them in databases. This is thon-that, the founder of Clearview. At the time of the company's founding in 2016, law enforcement did have facial recognition tools, but the problem was they were limited to government databases. They only had images of people who had driver's licenses or mugshots. There weren't just photos of people in their private lives. thon-that got to work. He got the help of a couple of engineers and started to make a program that could automatically collect images across the internet containing people's faces in them. However, many of these sites don't allow their photos to be used for facial recognition data, but that didn't stop the program from scraping billions of images. Clearview has perfected their algorithm by calculating many different unique facial features to the point where the algorithm has an accuracy rate of 99.5%. The company quickly sold their services to law enforcement. They cleverly offered free trials to police officers in hopes that they would convince the rest of the department to adopt the technology. Clearview has become the #1 choice for facial recognition services because of the amount of images you can search from. The Indiana State Police solved the case in 20 minutes using the program. They took a frame from the video that someone had recorded of the crime, and they matched that with a face in the Clearview database. The suspect was arrested. By the way, if you like this video so far, you might want to subscribe. So that's the basic past and present use of Clearview. They can uncover images of you that you may not have seen for years. And here's the scary thing. Clearview investors and law enforcement predict that in the future anyone will be able to use the program, essentially searching through every face on the internet. Okay, so you get it. I'm sure why you could see this tech could be disastrous if it got into the wrong hands. But that's exactly what happened. On February 26th in 2020, the company was breached and their entire client list was revealed. They weren't just selling to government agencies and police departments. There were thousands of private companies such as Best Buy and Macy's that were listed as doing business with Clearview. Overall, this breach undermines people's trust in the already shady company, and that's led several police departments to stop using it. Backlash has been growing and governments and social media companies are stepping in. Facebook, Twitter, and Google have sent ultimatums to Clearview, but the company just doesn't care. Clearview is facing fines in millions of dollars because of their gathering of images without people's permission. And in the US, Clearview was banned from selling their services to most private companies. See, people are starting to realize that if authoritarian governments start to get this technology, then we could end up in a dystopian police state where criminals aren't the only people to be identified. It could be anyone the government doesn't like. For example, China already uses millions of cameras equipped with facial recognition technology to track down anyone that opposes them. And Clearview said that their service is better than the Chinese competitors. Not something you should be proud of. Clearview poses a real threat to privacy, and if governments don't act, we could find ourselves in a new dystopian world. If you like this video, there's another video on your screen right now. You might want to click it.